What is up, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Memories here today, and today I have a very special episode. Today we are rocking out with the Encanto team build. I got my lovely wife Alex here today. She was the creator of this team, as in she created the Pokemon ideas, and I went ahead and put them in game, and we're gonna be battling with them today. This is gonna be a live battle, and then I got two already saved that I will be post narrating, and she's gonna be over here explaining what Encanto is and how this theme team kind of works together. So take it away.
Well, Encanto's that new movie that Disney put out. We just now got to watch it. We decided to get some Pokemon kind of based off of our favorite characters from the movie. And we start out with Camilo, and in the movie he was a shapeshifter, so obviously we picked Ditto. That works pretty good. Luisa had super strength, and Rhyperior came to mind because it just looks really strong. Isabela could grow flowers magically, and Roserade, is pretty much a dancing flower, so I thought it worked out pretty good. Antonio could talk to animals, but throughout the movie he was riding a leopard, and the closest one that we get to for a leopard was Arcanine. That looks pretty good. Bruno could see the future, so we picked Alakazam because he's psychic.
Mostly throughout the movie too, he was very timid, and Alakazam really fit the bill because Alakazam is really timid. I just had to throw that in there.
Yes, he was kind of a chicken through most of it, and Mirabelle is basically the star of the movie. She's the heroine, and so we picked Ursaring mostly because of its...
Ursaring's ability, Guts.
That's it.
Mirabelle, throughout the movie, does not have no superpowers. The rest of these, they have superpowers. And Mirabelle's like the normal one that doesn't have the superpowers, but she's actually the one that saves the day. So we kept thinking about what's a normal type that has the Guts ability, because she's normal, but she's very gutsy. And Ursaring popped in my head, and I looked it up and everything, and we are playing doubles. We will do this, but this is a normal team, so a singles team. So this will be very, very interesting.
Oh
I am mostly known as a VGC player, so I will see how this goes. But like I say, this is it's okay. We're doing this anyway. Don't take this battle with a grain of salt. This could be very good or it can be very, very bad. But because I was not planning to be doubles, so I did not necessarily don't know if I necessarily led the best either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that totally took us off guard. I wasn't expecting it to
The two replays are definitely singles based, but this is okay. This is just the introduction of the video, so keep in mind of all that. This team actually performed very well during testing. We do have a couple of issues with it, which we will be explaining at the very end of this video. So, if anything, stay tuned to the very end, and we will show you guys some of the issues that we've had with this team so far. But anyway, let's get into this first battle. We got all the boring stuff out of the way. Let's get into the battle. Alright, so we went ahead and substitute our Alakazam. We yawned the Azumarill. Alright. Azumarill set up Belly Drum. Gyarados went for Dragon Den. So, okay, we're all caught up now. Ursaring has the Flame Orb, aka Maribel. I told her I would probably end up saying like Alakazam and Maribel, but we went ahead and
named them anyway just for fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not, because I mean that's part of the theme team. You have to name them.
You have to know who is representing who.
Right, so this is a nasty plant Alakazam. Holding the Life Orb, so we should be able to do tons and tons of damage. You've seen that our Ursaring is Guts with the Flame Orb, which just powers his attack, especially when he goes for Facade. She doesn't like it when I say Facade. She says
it's pronounced Facade.
It's not Facade, it's Facade.
No, it's not.
We do have the question of the day, and that is, what is some other cool theme teams that you think we can be featuring in Fiend Team series on this channel, because I think after playing with this team and really seeing how it performs, I really am interested to see other Fiend Team ideas, you know?
Yeah, because the first time we used it, it actually did better than I was expecting.
Like the first game we'll be showing on with our post narration will be definitely something that you guys have to watch, because that one was so crazy.
It was amazing.
We almost take out the Gyarados there, and they are just ignoring our Alakazam. Like, they are ignoring that substitute. Azumarill's asleep. I'm fine with that, you know. It's like, that's one Pokemon I don't have to worry about, because
At least maybe for a little bit.
we can go into Ditto. Ditto having the +6 attack from the belly drum. We are Choice Scarf on Ditto, but this thing's gonna hit like a truck because we're copying this Azumarill, and Azumarill having the ability, huge power, and everything. I think we're ready to sweep, basically.
I hope so.
Let's see what Moose says. I was hoping that he'd have Aqua Jet, actually, so that is fantastic. So let's go ahead and get this off. Gyarados is down. And what I like about Ditto, and I don't know, because I haven't been playing with Ditto that much here recently, but at least when Imposter and BDSP, it actually copies the shiny version of the Pokemon. And I don't know if it did that before, but I just think that's an awesome thing that they put into the game.
I mean, it wouldn't be much of an exact copy if it didn't do that. So.
Right, but see, the thing is, with the anime, Ditto is not an exact copy.
I know, that is kind of weird.
That does make it really, really weird. That in the anime, he actually doesn't play as an exact copy. So they're bringing out Alakazam and Weavile.
Which are the same colors.
That is interesting, actually.
The same color.
What I'm thinking is that Weavile can only fake out Azumarill, basically.
Right.
So, but, heck with it. Well, Aqua Jet. And we go first. Fantastic.
Hooray, we're faster. Oh, we got it, yes.
We get the KO. We're super powered right now, by the way. Like, this Azumarill is insane. Like, this Ditto is insane right now. Maybe we should have built this for doubles, because this team is actually going off.
I know, it's actually doing really good. Maybe we somehow mistakenly designed it for doubles without meaning to.
Well, see, the thing is, I feel like when I'm making my singles teams, I still think too much of a doubles mindset.
Yeah, because you've played
Because I've
doubles
been
ever
playing
since I've known
doubles
you.
for such a long time. But the reason I went to singles is basically due to nostalgic reasoning only. Because Gen 4 was when I first started Pokemon, and and that's been a big thing about my life, you know, is Pokemon. So I wanted to go back to my roots, and singles was my roots. And I think I get more excited with singles anyway. Like, I can sit down and watch singles now a lot more, and maybe that's just because singles feels new to me. But I feel like I can sit down and watch a singles content more than I can doubles right now. So that's what's interesting me, is singles. Like right here, in doubles, it seems like once you can get set up, it's relatively easy.
I know, or when you're like in singles, it's hard to even fully get set up. And there's a lot more switching in and out and trying to play around with that.
Right. So, I mean, my singles roots are still here, guys. Like, you just see right here. I mean, my doubles roots are still here, because I literally, with this theme team that's not supposed to be super competitive, we end up winning.
I know, I mean, it's like we hardly even tried. And when you're doing singles, it's like we're trying so hard.
I know. So
Just
anyway,
barely
guys,
getting it.
hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the video. I will be post narrating it. Alex is gonna come back for the outro. You guys enjoy the video. Alright, so game number 2, we are going up against Christian. Christian goes ahead and leads off his Tangrowth as we lead off Bruno, aka Alakazam. Easily going to be able to go for substitute to scout what his Tinkeruff wanted to do. We didn't want him to go for the Leech Seed or something. He could have easily went for it. So I was like, you know what, we can go for Substitute, see what he wants to do. He goes for Knockoff, that's fine. Unfortunately, we don't really have a great switch-in. One of the biggest problems of this team is our switch-ins hardly exist. That is an issue. But that's okay. We did do big damage to this Tinkeruff, that's important. We go into our Mirabelle. And Ursaring, you know, with the Guts ability, this thing can hit like a truck once Guts is activated. Alex doesn't like it when I say Facade. She says no, it's Facade. And I played Pokemon for a long time. It's Facade. I told her. I said, it's Facade. But no. She may come barging into this door right now, hearing what I'm saying, and she will probably auto-correct me, right? But we go into Ditto, aka Camilo, and I just wanted to see what his Rotom set was. Thinking that Will-O-Wisp could be very useful actually, and then I looked at the set and I was like, big sad, because this is a crap set, man. Like, I was like, oh, this set would not help me out at all, and I was big sad. We do have Vote Switch, and we Vote Switch into the Fortress. And then now we can go into Antonio, the Arcanine. And this gives me an easy Flamethrower opportunity. And we should easily outspeed this Fortress. No problem. The biggest thing is, would he switch or not? And he actually doesn't. He actually lets his Fortress go down. We get a critical hit here. It doesn't matter. It does not matter one bit. Right here, I'm trying to think. They do go out into Electivire. That's right. Now this Electivire, I was trying to burn it. This is actually a bulky Arcanine. I'm thinking I could actually live in Earthquake, right? I do not. I think that's due to that Life Orb. I was really wanting to burn it though. We do go into Camilo, the Ditto again. And I do not want to go for the electric attack, thinking that he could be switching to that Rotom. I didn't really know necessarily what he was wanting to do. I was figured, heck, we can go for Earthquake, see if we can get some big damage sticking. Unfortunately, he goes into that Rotom. Isabela is probably what seems like the best switch-in, because I don't really have a good switch-in on anything anyway. So let's go into Isabela, see what happens, right? Hydro Pump comes out. We actually tank it pretty decently, and it looks like it could be about 4-hit KO, 3-hit KO maybe, depending, you know. Knowing that Rotom's probably going to be switching though, let's go for Sludge Bomb. Maybe we'll catch something off guard. Unfortunately, they go into the Blissey. Blissey can just tank energy balls. It can tank practically everything. So we do go into our Luisa, probably the hardest name for me to pronounce of this whole movie, right? But played such an important role in the movie though. That's why I had to have her onto this team. As long as they didn't get the burn here, we were in a good spot. They got the critical hit instead of the burn, so fantastic there. I know we're threatening this Blissey with our Earthquake, Rock Slide. I do decide to go for Stealth Rocks, predicting the switch basically. And I need Stealth Rocks up because it looks like they're wanting to switch quite a bit. And if I can get even the least bit of chip damage on their team, I think it could be very important for later on in the battle. We go back out into the Rotom, aka our Ditto. We went, and I was thinking, you know, we probably can't take too many Vote Switches, but they do miss their Hydro Pump. They were going for Hydro Pump, and I was thinking, you know what, we're in a really weird situation. I kind of want to keep our Ditto in to fight the Rotom. Let's go Hydro Pump. Let's just hit it as hard as we can with Hydro Pump, predicting maybe a switch or something, but they actually stay in and go for Shadow Ball. Our Hydro Pump was doing more than what their Shadow Ball was doing, or maybe roughly about the same. But either way, things were looking up for us. Like, if we can get some big chip on this Rotom, I think we're in a good spot for sure. We do miss the KO here, just barely, and he misses the KO onto our Rotom with his Vote Switch. So he now has to send out a revenge Pokemon, Lucario. Here I was thinking maybe he's going to go for extreme speed, but I was like, I don't really have a good switch in case if he decides to do something else. So let's just keep Rotom in. And then we go for Hydro Pump first. I was like, wait a minute, what is he doing? He goes for Nasty Fly. I was like, oh my goodness, we got big damage off. He does end up KOing me with Vacuum Wave, but we already done the damage, right? We did the big damage. Not really wanting to go into Rhyperior or Ursaring. I end up going to Roserade, thinking, okay, Roserade, we ain't lost this yet. Let's get Dazzling Gleam off. He actually doesn't go for Vacuum Wave, which was very interesting. Because I figured he would know that Roserade's going to outspeed him, so that was interesting. Right here, we're in a decent spot. I feel like Roserade can actually put in decent damage against that Rhyperior, so let's go for that Energy Ball. We almost pick up the KO. Roserade does go down, unfortunately, there. We go out into our Rhyperior, and things are not looking quite well for us yet. We are definitely losing this battle. We go for Rock Slide. Rhyperior takes this, by the way. Like, Rhyperior actually doesn't care. We go for that Rock Slide. Obviously, he died to Life Orb, and we're slowly cutting back into where this game could be ours, right? The biggest thing that's standing in our way is that Tangrowth. Do we have a way to hit it that hard? We do have Fire Fang on our Rhyperior, but I know that's not going to hit this thing that hard anyway. And then he just KOs me with a big Energy Ball. I was like, oh crap. So Maribel comes out, and I was like, okay, if she can pull this off, this will be the best part of the movie, because she actually ends up pulling the whole movie off, you know? And I was like, you know what? This would be a great sequence to add to this video, right? Maribel, or Encanto theme team, you have to have Maribel go off. And I was like, you know what? I like that. I kind of like that. And so we're going to try and get that Maribel clean up here. And Blissey went down. Blissey couldn't handle the big damage. Tangrowth comes back out. Tangrowth's practically the only thing that's standing in our way, right? Let's see if our Facade can actually take it out. Let's see. Because it's going to be doing quite a bit once it's boosted, and it's able to do over half on Tangrowth. And that Rotom is actually going to go down due to Stealth Rocks. I was so happy to see that as well. Guys, stay tuned for the next battle. Alright, so battle number 3, we are going up against Yuki. Let's see what she ends up bringing out here. She starts off the battle with Ambipom. We start off the battle with Bruno, our trusty Alakazam lead, right? Not wanting to take a fake out from this Ambipom, we end up going to Luisa, the Rhyperior. Fake out comes out, we take it like it's no problem, right? Alright, so right here, we practically have Ambipom's name with Rhyperior. So let's set up those Stealth Rocks. There's not much that she can do in this situation, right? Let's see. They end up going to their Gliscor. I was like, okay, fantastic. We can get our Stealth Rocks up. They're probably going to end up going for their own Stealth Rocks. Gliscor is just naturally faster than Rhyperior, so if we did want to try and flinch it with Rock Slide, we're not going to really be able to pull that off. We do go into our Arcanine to get the Intimidate off, and that's basically just in case if it is happened to be a very offensive Gliscor, that was an easy Intimidate, you know, if they went for Sword Stance in this scenario, but they don't. They do set up their Stealth Rocks. We do pretty decent damage with our Flamethrower, and then we survive we do end up surviving again with against our Earthquake, mostly because I think they were at -1. They end up critting that second Earthquake. I don't think it matters, but hey, maybe we can get us a lucky crit, you know how RNG is. This did open up the opportunity to bring out Alakazam to easily click Psychic, so I went ahead and done it, because he shouldn't have an easy switch in. You know, this should be a pretty simple KO. Team preview, and I know you guys didn't see this, but they do not have a Blissey, so there's not too many things that do want to take a Psychic from this Alakazam. And Gliscor is definitely not one that wants to take it, so Gliscor does go down. Mismagius does come out. And I know for a fact that this is Choice Scarf Mismagius, just basically due to this is the second battle I played against this person. And the first battle didn't go our way. And you know what? I don't feel like I have to show it because we are mostly playing a theme team. It's not necessarily a super competitive team. Okay, so this is a very interesting situation. I did have to mention this. They're Choice Scarfed. I know that for a fact. They're locked in. We cannot hit a Mismagius. Why did I go for a Facade? Knowing because it was safe. It was safe. It was definitely very, very safe to go for a Facade and see how much damage we can do. And we did a bunch of damage. We did. Easily, this right here, this situation, Ambipom comes back out. We always go back to Rhyperior because Rhyperior is one of the few Pokemon I believe that can fully wall a normal Ambipom sap. I want to see people start running. I want to see people start running a Rock Smash Ambipom. It has plenty of coverage. It can probably face a Rhyperior at that point, you know what I'm saying? I do kind of want to see that. That would be kind of crazy, actually. But no, they don't have it. They just don't have it. U-Turn does come out, and they go into Starmie. The reason I went for Rock Slide over Earthquake is because Mismagius' ability, I believe it's Levitate. That was what was in my head when I was battling, and you guys can correct me in the comments if it isn't Levitate, but I'm pretty sure it's Levitate. So that's why I went for the Rock Slide there. Knowing most likely that the Starmie was maybe going to try and stay in and try and do like a recovery attack, knowing that we were going to switch, I went for Earthquake. Right here, I'm in their head. They probably have to take me out. So I was like, okay, now this would be the best time to go for a Roserade switch, right? Get Roserade in here. We'll take a Scald, and then we should be able to be in a pretty decent spot to be threatening. They do get the burn, but we should be able to threaten a huge KO here, right? So easy. We have to go for the Energy Ball, and we do outspeed, and we take out the Starmie. Starmie could have been a big issue because Starmie can hit our team relatively hard. This Starmie in particular, I know because I dittoed that Starmie in game 1 that I battled this person. It had Scald, Ice Beam, and Recover, and Rapid Spin. So it didn't have Thunderbolt. But, you know, Starmie overall could have easily took out Rhyperior. Easily could have hit Roserade, super effective, and that's two of my biggest players. I need those Pokemon. Right here, easily... They were screaming to me that, hey, we're going to be using Mystical Fire. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go into Rhyperior. And then I'm predicting a switch. So I went for my big, strong Earthquake. That Mismagius actually ended up playing more of a... Once I realized that it was Choice Scarf, it practically was playing a, hey, switch into me, counter me, and now you're able to use a big attack against me kind of Pokemon. So that was kind of the big thing with that Mismagius. We copied the Frowgator, and then this seemed very easy to go for the Waterfall and be able to pick up a pretty decent KO there. Definitely in a good spot. We're looking really strong. Like, we actually have a pretty decent board positioning overall. Mismagius does come out, and right here, Ditto's Choice Scarf. So I was like, you know what? Do we actually outspeed? I was thinking to myself, I was like, because if we outspeed, we can actually do huge damage. Unfortunately, we don't outspeed, but they actually put us in Torrent range, which boosted the power of our Waterfall, and I think that's what helped us get the KO there. Definitely helped us out with that. So Because Miss Magius is actually somewhat bulky, so I think it could have actually taken Waterfall normally. I could be totally wrong. But either way, we got Torrent boosted. Miss Magius is no more. Amy comes out, and next thing you know, I'm looking at the scoreboard, and I believe this is actually their last Pokemon. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this battle went by a lot quicker, a lot faster. And basically, Earthquake for the win. Guys, at least stay tuned for the outro, man. Me and Alex worked really hard in prepping it and everything, so let us know how we did. This is our first theme team, so let us know how we did in the comments down below. See you here in a second. So did you guys enjoy the battles? Because I really thought that first one was amazing. That doubles, right, at the very beginning, like, that was totally unexpected, but getting that sweep to start off the video, I think, was fantastic. What's your thoughts about that?
I thought it was amazing. I really thought we were going to die.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We did better than I thought we would.
And then the first battle that we actually showed really worked for the theme of the whole movie. Maribel coming in at the very end of that battle to finish the game.
Saving the day, basically. We thought we were going to lose, and then here comes our Maribel and just saves the day. So.
Rotom fainting to Stealth Rocks, too. I mean, that kind of threw us off guard when we were recording. We're like, oh crap, there's Rotom.
There's one
Oh,
more.
wait a minute. It fainted to Stealth Rocks. We were both like very ecstatic. I'm sure I didn't portray that very well in the video, but we were very, very excited when that happened. Like, we were actually jumping up and down. Like, we were like, oh my god, that made like the best ending. Because if you guys haven't seen Encanto, I encourage it. Like, it's a Disney movie, and I get it. Some of y'all are probably thinking, I'm like 25, you know, like, there's no way I'm going to sit down and watch what we call a little kids movie, but it's actually very deep.
I had to make him watch it.
She did make me watch it, and I don't regret it. So check it out if you guys haven't already. And I mean, the other battle I really showcased was against, I think, a more competitive team. We did end up winning, but it took, actually, this is behind the scenes a little bit. We had to battle this person 2 times, or that battle I showed you was the second battle we did against that person. So that Choice Scarf, Mr. Revis, we had that detail already in our head.
Yeah, it took 2 tries.
We already knew that information. They wanted to do like a best of 3. Actually, after that second battle, they didn't even want to battle us a third time, so that was kind of like, oh, we beat you that bad.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know, that was appropriate, because once we got the information, this team is really, really good. The only issue with this team is we don't have good switches.
No, we don't.
Like,
you have to kind of let one die to switch the right one in, so it doesn't just take a whole bunch of damage and becomes useless.
Right. This is the point where we're probably going to be talking about some of the designs of this a little bit. So I'll let Alex take it away. She knows about the designs probably more sense. The glaring one that stands out, though, is Arcanine.
Yes, he's based off of the Antonio character, which throughout most of the movie has a leopard with him. And my first thought was, I want to use leopard because that's a leopard. It just makes sense, but we can't use that one. And Arcanine was as close as we could get. Right,
and there were some other Pokemon that kind of threw up too, because in the movie, you know, he had Mouse. So we could have used Pikachu. He talked to birds too throughout the movie. So Chatot could have been another option. So if you guys are building your Encanto team, you guys don't necessarily have to have Arcanine here. This was just something that I felt like Arcanine really fit if she wanted to use a leopard, because Arcanine kind of resembles a leopard.
He's close. Yeah, he's close.
Bruno would be another one. Like Alakazam. How is that really fitting with the design purposes and stuff? Basically, Bruno's character
he can see the future, basically.
And yes, I understand Alakazam's not necessarily a see the future Pokemon. the idea came because of his IQ. He knew what was going to happen, and that kind of worked with Bruno in a way. Plus, seeing the future feels like a psychic ability.
Psychic is usually associated with seeing the future, so it kind of worked together a little bit.
Yeah, and there's not really a good see the future Pokemon in BDSP,
Yeah.
from my experience. I was thinking Jirachi there for a minute, but then really and truthfully, that's the Wish Pokemon. That's not see the future Pokemon.
Yeah, it wasn't close enough. So.
And then I believe the rest of the team really did make sense.
It did, because Rhyperior, based off Luisa, her power was super strength, and just look at him, that's the first thing you think of.
The only Pokemon that I think that could have rivaled Rhyperior is Machamp.
Maybe. I mean, that would probably be a really good one to do.
Like, that would be something that could actually rival Rhyperior. I like Rhyperior, and Alex actually says Rhyperior is like her top 10 favorite Pokemon. So this has a little bit of leeway between me and her, kind of like, hey, we're building this team on Pokemon that we kind of like.
Yeah.
Isabela, or however you say your name.
Isabela, yeah, she could
She's
magically
definitely
grow flowers wherever she went.
So that's easy. Roserade.
Roserade was pretty easy to pick up with that one.
And then Camilo, the Ditto, he was the transformation guy.
He was a shapeshifter, yeah. So I mean, everybody's gonna think of Ditto for that.
yeah. I mean, so really and truthfully, guys, this was a pretty simple team. Once we got down to it, there's more characters that you can actually use.
There's 10 main characters to choose from.
Yeah.
So you can definitely use some of the other ones.
And I mean, I encourage you guys to go watch the movie and make a theme team of this yourselves if you guys want to. Anyway, guys, I think this is it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys again later. Peace.